Guys, did you know that you can get an award for living with type 1 diabetes? What? Are you? Yes, I know. It blew my mind too. I am coming up on my 10th year living with diabetes. December 23rd, 2009. I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Yes, that is the day before Christmas Eve. What a wonderful Christmas present that was for me to find out that I have this new chronic lifelong illness, right? But here I am today, sitting here. Tomorrow is my 10th year diaversary. Now, diaversary, of course, is a term coined by the diabetes online community. It's essentially the day you were diagnosed, and you can choose, if you want, to celebrate it every year. Celebrate it as another year lived, celebrate it as another year of learned lessons, right? But the point is, it's fun to take a day out and say, hey, this is my diaversary. I'm gonna do something special for it. Now, something I learned from the diabetes online community is that there's actual awards that you can get for living with type 1 diabetes. The first one you can get is at the 10-year marker. So here I am, just about 10 years in, and I actually ordered my award online, which is pretty sweet. I'm pretty sure you guys can get it at no cost. What you can do is Google, because that's what I did, Google Lilly, Lilly, Diabetes Award, or Lilly Diabetes Medal. Follow the Google search, you'll find the page, you fill out a little application, it says how long you've been living with it, and it's pretty much it. It takes like 4 to 6 weeks to ship to you. I got mine in the mail a couple months ago, and actually, sorry, a couple weeks ago, and I've been staring at it. I have not opened it yet, so here we go. I'm gonna open it up for you guys and see what it looks like. I literally have no idea what it looks like. I thought it'd be fun to do this on camera, make sure my address isn't showing, and we're gonna snip this thing right away. Have a look at what a 10-year medal with diabetes looks like. You got a shipping statement envelope. There we go. Oh, they wrote a letter to me. Ooh, I'm gonna read you guys the letter, okay? Dear Mr. Matthew Vandervecht, on behalf of Eli Lilly and Company, it is my honor and privilege to congratulate you on your selection as a Lilly Diabetes Journey Awards 10-year medal recipient. Yeah, I think this should be on stage. This is kind of cool. We are pleased to award you the enclosed age silver medal as a commemoration of your outstanding accomplishment. I agree, it is for sure an accomplishment. Reaching this milestone shows great discipline in maintaining a healthy lifestyle and adhering to a daily diabetes regimen, for sure, which in turn positions you to reach future milestones throughout your life. I agree. We at Lilly hope that our innovations in diabetes treatment, which began more than 90 years ago with an introduction of commercial insulin and continue today with new advancements, have provided you support along the way. They should make insulin cheaper. Let's just throw that one in there. It is my sincere pleasure to celebrate this achievement with you. Your success is inspirational and strengthens our own resolve to find ways to make life better for you and for people around the world. I don't know how much I believe of that part if you're jacking up the price of insulin, but this is still a pretty cool thing. Again, I offer my congratulations and very best wishes for the future. Sincerely, Scribbles, whoever that is. All right, let's get to the cool part. Consent, what in the world? Consent and release for interviews, photographs, videotapes, and audio tapes. What? Interesting. Looks like they want me to sign a release. I don't even know what that's about. We'll look at that later. I want to get to the award. Ooh, it's in a box. All right, we got... Okay, gotcha. They let you know that if you want to share this story, so if I were to share this video and say, hey, you guys can share this video too, I can give them my consent. And the award goes to... Ooh, it's getting fancy. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Check that out. 10 years. It says Lilly Diabetes Journey Award, a celebration of life well lived. This is pretty awesome. Ooh, and it's got my name on the back. Matthew Vandervecht. Check that out. Engraved in there. Now, I gotta say, this award, this is my acceptance speech, okay? This award means a lot to me. Not because I earned this medal, right? But because of the journey it represents. the transformational journey. I've changed a lot as a person throughout the last 10 years, and a lot of it's due to my diabetes. I gotta be honest with you guys. In the beginning, when I was first diagnosed, I was scared. I felt alone. I didn't know what to expect other than what my doctors told me, which was, you will develop diabetes complications. That's what they told me, guys. It was a tough time for me. Completely honest, like, I was depressed. I developed some anxiety. There were periods where I felt suicidal. And I mean, on the outside, I played it cool, right? Like, my friends, I didn't really tell anybody because I was truly embarrassed that I had type 1 diabetes. I saw it as a weakness. So on the outside, I was like, guys, it ain't nothing but a thing. Like, even if I told them that I had diabetes, I was like, guys, it's totally fine. I'm doing great. Let's go. Let's go do normal people things. Because on the inside, I just wanted to be normal. I just wanted to fit in. I was in college when I was diagnosed. I was 19. I just wanted to fit in, enjoy life, and continue on. I didn't want this thing to get in the way of my life. But I still felt insecure about it. I still felt like it was a weakness. I still felt embarrassed. I used to sneak off to the bathroom when we go eat at a restaurant. I'd test my blood sugar in the bathroom, I'd give my injection of insulin, and I'd walk back out and pretend like nothing happened. It was my goal to hide my disease. And along the way, I get 5 years in, I realized my doctors told me it'd take roughly 10 years to develop these diabetic complications, and I knew that if I didn't start taking care of my diabetes in that moment, granted it was 5 years in, I was hypothetically halfway to diabetic complications. If I didn't start taking care of myself that moment, I might never take care of myself. Which of course then leads to diabetic complications, blindness, organ failure, all sorts of stuff that I did not want to deal with, and it scared me. So in that moment, in that realization where I was sitting on my couch, just kind of pondering to myself, I decided to take that step. I decided to make my health a priority, which is something that I hadn't done before. You gotta remember, I did not test my blood sugars. And it wasn't like I didn't test it every meal or I didn't test it every day. Guys, I would go months without testing my blood sugar. And that went on for a couple of years in the beginning. So I had to make that change. I had to decide my health is a priority. I'm going to take care of my diabetes. I'm going to test my blood sugar. So I had to come up with a plan. And my first plan was to test my blood sugars. That's a big step for someone who doesn't do that regularly. And the second step was to figure out how to maintain tighter control, right? To figure out what's going on with my blood sugars. But after executing that plan, after starting to document my blood sugars and actually test my blood sugars, I noticed some variability, right? I noticed that exercise was really difficult for me. I noticed that there was a lot of fluctuation surrounding it. I noticed that on Monday I go to the gym, I have a severe drop and I'd have to be sitting on the gym floor sipping on Gatorade, wondering what I did wrong. Tuesday, I go back to the gym, sky high. Blood sugars just jump up, 250, 300. Again, what did I do wrong? I don't understand what's happening. Day 3, I'm walking out the door with my gym bag. I stop in the doorway. I wonder to myself, is it even worth it? Or am I gonna have another frustration? Monday was crazy, Tuesday was crazy. What's to say today is gonna be any different? And it was through that period of time where I continued fighting through and deciding it was worth it because I am going to prioritize my health, but I gotta figure out what's going on. Right? I'm sick of hitting these walls. So that's when I began my experimental phases, my research, connecting with medical teams, figuring out everything I could about diabetes, understanding exercise. My priority was to be able to exercise and not plummet and not skyrocket, to have relatively stable blood sugars. And there are 2 key things that go along with what I achieved in the end, which is understanding how to stabilize blood sugars during and after exercise and different activities. Because I want to live life on my terms. I don't want diabetes to determine the outcome. I make my own story. I want you to understand that too. You can make your own story. Diabetes is not a death sentence. It was before insulin was invented, right? But now you get to choose how your story ends. And you get to choose how that journey goes along the way. So the 2 things, the 2 tools that you need. Number 1, some form of documentation to keep your sugars, right, in range. Understanding where the patterns are, where the fluctuations are, and how to better prepare for that. Now the tool that I use for that, right here, the Trending Health Journal. I put this book together, and this journal has everything you need to document your daily life. Whatever goal you have, right, this is going to be key to understanding why your blood sugars do what they do. Of course, the second tool that I use and what I teach is our formula for success, right? There's a formula behind blood sugars. There is a science behind what we do. There's a framework. And understanding what those frameworks are, how blood sugars react to different activities, you have an idea, right, of how your blood sugars react to exercise. A lot of you experience crashes in the gym. You go for a run and you plummet. So it becomes a fearful activity. You're scared to go do it because you know last time you did it, you had a severe low and you don't want to do that again. But we understand now how different activities impact our blood sugars. And in doing so, we can better prepare for it. Whether it's a reduced basal, whether it's a snack, whether it's timing throughout the day to match with different insulin resistance and hormone release and tons of different stuff. And I want you to have that tool. Now you've seen that through my journey, right? I have this thing now, which it looks pretty sweet, right? I have a 10-year medal. This medal to me represents transformation. This medal to me represents who I used to be and who I've become. I no longer am embarrassed of my diabetes. I wear it proudly. You see this? People ask about it all the time. I am proud to say that I'm a type 1 diabetic because of the journey, because of the lessons I've learned along the way, and because who I've become. I did not know how strong I was until I had to fight. Type 1 diabetes has shown me a lot about who I am, and it's forced me to grow. Growth comes from being uncomfortable. So for that, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for type 1 diabetes. That's something I never thought I would say 10 years ago. And I want you to feel the same way. I want you to understand diabetes does not have to hold you back. That you can achieve whatever you want, given the proper tools and the proper preparation. So I want to show you these tools, right? This is what I use, the Trending Health Journal. I coach in our programs exactly how to follow these frameworks to achieve stable blood sugars during and after exercise, doing whatever activities you want, traveling the world. Maybe it's just going to work and having stable blood sugars throughout your day. Whatever it is, I want you to have those stable blood sugars so you can focus more on the quality of life and less on your blood sugars. Okay? So, if you want to grab the Trending Health Journal, that's the best place for you to start. Go to trendinghealthjournal.com. Now, if you're like, Matt, I want to get that medal. I've had diabetes for 10 years or 15 years or 25 years, whatever it is, I want to get that medal. It's super cool. Literally, all I did was Google Lilly Diabetes Medal or Lilly Diabetes Award. Those will both get you to the page. Just follow the instructions. You fill out a little form, and it takes like 4 to 6 weeks to ship to you. That's about it. It's pretty sweet. So go grab your medal if you've had diabetes for at least 10 years, or if you're about to, right? I ordered mine a little early because I wanted to have it for this video. But I want you to have the tools that I use as well. So grab the Trending Health Journal at trendinghealthjournal.com. Jump into one of our coaching programs so I can teach you the exact formula you need to exercise and have stable blood sugars. Do these things so that you can get back to living your life on your terms with a higher quality of life. Grab the journal, head over to ftfwarrior.com for more information about our programs, and I'll see you in there. Keep up the fight.